What's up all you 7Cs, traveling dudes and dudettes, Toy Shiz here, and I got a really quick video for you today. We're going to be talking all about the brand new DC Multiverse, the Aquaman movie, ORM action figure. And special thank you and a shout out to Mattel Toys for sending over the figures for me to review. I very much appreciate that. Now this ORM figure is looking pretty stellar in the packaging. There's only 4 figures in this wave, which is really nice, and it's really something that I am gravitating more towards. There's too many figures coming out. Why do you got to get so many just to build one Build-A-Figure when you can do it just in 4? So we're definitely going to be taking a look at that as well in later reviews, so stay tuned. ORM is the first one out of the 4, so this is going to be a fantastic figure, I can already tell, and he is flying off shelves. So if you see one and you want to add ORM to your DC UC or DC Multiverse collection, I highly recommend them. Let's check out the packaging. Now, this packaging is the usual DC Multiverse, the brand new ones that they kind of introduced, 2 waves back now or something, and he's looking great. I'm really digging the purple and the silver. I think this is great. I think it's awesome looking. Collect and connect. Really nice picture of ORM on the side. Basically, you get to see all 4 figures that make up the Trench Warrior. The Trench Warrior, I gotta say, is pretty cool. And I'm glad that there's only 4 in this wave. Here's a quick bio of ORM. And I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with ORM for the movie. If you didn't know, ORM, and there's so many variations and such, but let's just talk about the usual. So who in the holy heck is ORM? Real fast, and maybe I'll do a video on him later. But ORM is the half-brother of Aquaman. And basically, he's just a dude that always wants to usurp the throne. He always wants to take over, and he really doesn't care for his older brother, Aquaman. So it's unfortunate, but that's just what the character of ORM, or Ocean Master, as I don't think we're going to be calling him in the movie for possibly certain reasons. Let's just say that. Originally, ORM was like a full human that went to Atlantis and had to use all kinds of Batman gadgets, basically, to survive underwater. And then now, recently, he's been retconned, and I believe he's half Atlantean or full Atlantean, half human. Something like that, you know, because of comics. And he just does the same thing, basically. He just wants the throne of Atlantis. So I'm sure that is what we're going to be seeing Patrick Wilson do in this upcoming movie, and I gotta say, I'm very stoked. So, I'm eager to see the movie. I'm eager to open these figures. God, look out how cool this figure is. I gotta say, I can't wait to build this guy. Anyways, I saw him at SDCC, and I lost my mind. So anyways, let's open this guy up and take a look at the brand new DC Multiverse ORM action figure. And here is ORM CURRY, better known as Ocean Master, out of the packaging, and he's looking very cool. You get an extra little build-a-piece for the Trench Warrior, and I'm liking what I'm seeing for ORM, I gotta say. One thing I will point out, though, this looks nothing like what I've seen as far as movie-wise for Ocean Master. I don't know, maybe it was an early release concept, something like that, Marvel stuff, you know how that goes. They get something early, it's a Cull Obsidian situation, more or less, we'll say. But what they have produced here is fantastic. Look at the head sculpt. I love it. It's so cool. It's very fun. I have to say, for what I've seen so far of all these, look at these little things, little moves, little soppy things. Anyways, from what I've seen from these movies, got a little agitated by the toy there. These things, they went all out, and it's a fun movie. It's almost like Guardians of the Galaxy in that sense. Like Aquaman, you can do a lot of creativity-wise. Look at the sculpting. I love the kind of almost fluorescent kind of 6-pack abs that he's got going on. I think that's really interesting, really cool. The sculpting on these things are fantastic. I like that the cape is attached underneath, I will say. I think this is a well sculpted cape too. Usually, you know, they fall off the backs or something like that real easy, but yeah, this one, and he stands good. That's always a good thing. Comes with this purple trident. Evidently, the dude is into purple, which is totally cool, but to each his own, because he probably accessorizes, and that's, you know, that's just how it is. Made of a really light, flexible material. That's pretty cool. Now let's take a better look at the ORM articulation. Arm goes around just like that. He does have a bicep swivel right there. That works really well. Single jointed, elbows only goes up about that much, back that much, and his hand and things go back and forth, rotate. It's a sculpted fist. That's a little weird. Ab crunch is good. It goes back about that much.
ab crunch is whatever to me sometimes. You know what I mean? It's as long as he has it. It doesn't have to go too crazy. But you got a cape and you got everything else. He does have a waist swivel, so that's nice. Works out really well. And his legs go out about this much. Dang, that looks like that hurts. You're not gonna be able to put him on the ground because his cape keeps him up in the air. But still, good articulation as far as the legs go. And he does have thigh rotation right there. That looks really good. And also double jointed knees, nothing at the boot, but yeah, goes out just like that. And nice, looks nice, can't complain. Feet go up, down, and they do have ankle pivot. It's a little hard to kind of maneuver. He's kind of got like ankle bones basically that stick out, but he does have ankle pivot and he has holes on the bottom of his feet. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. Always nice to have holes on the bottom of their feet, because some figures are a pain to try and stand. But you know what? ORM, he's cooperating so far. I really, really like this like netted kind of cape texturing that they got going on. Overall, this figure rocks, man. It's pretty cool. He looks like a menacing bad guy, you know? And I'm like I said, I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with him in the movie. Even if he's not, maybe he gets his costume later, maybe something like that. But I really like the belt sculpt on this thing. It's a very evocative of a wetsuit or something like that. And like I said before, when you have a movie in this situation, you can have a lot of creativity. The collect and connect piece, really nice sculpted details. We're going to be taking a full look at this figure, but you know, the knee moves, all that, we'll take a look later. It doesn't even matter. The trident fits nicely in his hand for the most part. He does have a little bit of a situation where his fingers are curled, so it's kind of hard to kind of get that in there sometime. But again, I don't like this sculpted fist kind of thing, and I wish they would included more hands. Let's just say that. I think that this is when you have a closed hand, but you don't have an open hand, you don't have one. I like to display him if he's holding his trident with both hands, so you kind of get that pose out of him, and you can act like you cut off one of the creature legs. I don't know. But he does look pretty cool, and I gotta say, he's gonna look really nice next to your DC Multiverse figures, if you get the rest of the Aquaman set, or as just a simple bad guy for the DC Universe collection from the old days. If you didn't know, there have been a number of ORM action figures out there. Most recently, there was an STCC exclusive for 2018. It came in a really beautiful window box packaging with Aquaman. Very, very fantastic. Shout out to Dad Ventures. You know who you are. You'd think you'd have more ORM action figures, Ocean Master figures, but there's only been one in the DC Signature collection. So other than that, this is basically kind of like the third most recent Ocean Master figure. Now, if you're wondering, this dude clocks in at just under 7 inches tall, and that's because he's got the little thingy on top of his head, kind of like a Bender Rodriguez thing going on. Anyways, still, it's going to look fantastic lined up with the rest of your DC UC or DC Multiverse figures.
And that's my review for the brand new Mattel DC Multiverse ORM CURRY action figure from the new Aquaman movie. And again, special shout out and thank you to Mattel for making this review happen. I dug this figure. I thought it was pretty cool. He does have some minor gripeances, but it's neither here nor there. It's still a sweet action figure. If you guys ever have any questions, make sure to hit me up, toyshiz@gmail.com, or follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the like, at ToyShiz. I'm going to leave you guys with that, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, find some fantastic action figures like this ORM action figure, and when you do, let me know what you found. I will talk to you guys soon. Adios.